I think here's where I'll cut off the stream for real. Alright, so, last time in Hollow Knight, we cleared out the Crystal Peak, fought the Fluke Marm in the Royal Waterways, attempted the False Knight, failed champion in the Ancestral Mand, also got two of the Grimchild's thingies, the flames, and we explored practically all of Deep Nest. There's like 2 or 3 things we didn't get, but anything important we did get. We upgraded our nail twice. So this time, now that we have one Dreamer, we are headed east. I also have a bunch of Geo. So, when I say we're headed east... Actually, wait. No, the tram doesn't give me anything there. I could take the tram down there, but that doesn't really give me anything. Well, that is a way I can go for what I have planned. Do I go through the King's Station, or do I go... You know what? Yeah, I'll come in through the bottom. So we have, I think, 2 more areas we have yet to see in the whole game. One of which I don't think we'll be seeing in terms of beating the game. Like, if I beat Steel Soul and I get the normal ending, I'm not sure if I'll end my streams in general there, or if I'll continue going to get the best ending. Because the best ending is kind of a doozy to obtain. And I think we got everything in the Ancient Basin. Cornifer's not here anymore, because, you know, we did get that thing. We're basically as decked out as I want to be. But now that we have the tram pass, if we go west, this will take us to Deep Nest, but there's nothing there for us at the moment that's close to the tram. So we're going east. So we don't have a map for this area. Let's see if there's any secrets in the tram tunnel itself. No, not really. This looks like a musty place. Can't think of a better adjective than that. And there's bees! And I kill them instantly. Wow. Ow. Ow. Is this how I have to... Well, it's open. Welcome to the Hive. Welcome to probably one of the grossest enemies in the game. Kind of feels like a trypophobia warning. Although, I mean, it's just cartoon holes. It's not like real holes. So I can talk about these, which are Hemipterans? H-Y-M... Hemiptera? Something... I haven't said it out loud in forever. Bees are in fact related to both wasp and ants, where, if I recall in terms of the evolutionary chain, bees came first. Wasp evolved to be... Actually, I know ants aren't first in terms of like the evolution of that order. I said not order, family. Um, the point is, in this family of insects, all the workers are females. Males only exist to breed. Um, Male ants, they all have a short lifespan. Um, in fact, for bees, a drone, once it does breed, ends up dead. And it ends up dead in a pretty ridiculous way. I'm not sure if I can say on Twitch. Which I could say on Twitch, I guess. What happens to a male bee after it breeds is that it's, gets ripped off. Speaking of the, a bee stinger is a modified ovipositor. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. Basically, the egg-laying organ becomes a stinger. So male bees also can't sting you because they don't have a stinger. They have, male bees also look pretty distinct from regular bees. Instead of like two eyeballs with like the shoot, what do you call them? How did I forget the term? You know, when bugs have like the little hexagons in their eyes and stuff. Well, basically, instead of having two eyeballs, a male bee has one big eye that has kind of a helmet shape to it. I don't remember if there's like a purpose to the weird eye, but I know they look pretty distinct. And of course, we are in a game that has fictionalized bees. You know, bees don't just turn into drills when they spot you. Although, well, I wouldn't say bees turn into drills, but bee stingers, when you look at them microscopically, are pretty gnarly. Bee stingers are... they're very serrated, which is why they get stuck in skin, and bees can't survive when they pull out. Because the serrated edges of a bee stinger prevents it from being pulled out without any real pain. And here we have a chunky boy. And the chunky boy is gone. Or should I say chunky gal? Also in terms of beehives, the job a bee does is determined by that bee's age. Where I think like the older a bee gets, the more responsibility, like the more severe responsibilities it's like given. Where only the oldest bees are the ones that actually go outside. Younger bees, once they're adults, they stay inside and they feed young. So basically they get to babysit. I should get the map for this area. But the hive itself isn't that complicated. Also, I don't even remember if there's a grub here. Not that we'll be getting the grub. Or that we need to, I mean. This isn't a 100% playthrough. Also, if you're an achievement hunter, getting the 100% Steel Soul achievement's really easy. Because the way the game marks completion is that instead of retroactively making the DLC, making it so like, oh, if you didn't get the base game stuff only, the DLC stuff, instead of like retroactively getting rid of 100% if you only have the base game stuff, the Hollow Knight devs made it so that collectibles from the DLC make you go beyond 100% completion. So technically you don't have to like get every grub or everything in the base game for 100%. In terms of achievements, you can even just sorry, I lost my concentration there. Even just the Grim Troop content alone gives a lot of completion. So does the I forget the name of the first update, the Dreams update. That's some pretty handy stuff for completion. Godmaster, I don't know how much completion it contributes. Originally, the Godmaster DLC was going to be called Gods and Glory, but a mobile game had that name, so they couldn't go with it. I believe that's an alternate route inward. I don't think there's a grub in the hive. So there's an official book for Hollow Knight. I'm not sure if I could best describe it as an art book or guidebook. It's a book, the way it's written is written in the perspective of a character who is exploring Hallownest as well. And there is some lore in there. And one of their comments is that despite the infection, the hive seems to be a place unaffected by it. But if you've seen the orange particles coming from enemies, well, the hive is getting affected. It's just the way the character comments is that... Ah, shoot, did I kill my grenade in there? I did. Oh, there are multiple big boys. Alright. Come on. There we go. Alright, only 2 mask shards left to go. I know at least one of them. I know at least what one of them is. Don't really remember the other. Because I bought everything. Colosseum of Fools doesn't give you anything. So where's the last mask shard? Is it in the Queen's... Is it in the other area we haven't been to yet? It's possible. You know what, real quick, sorry for advanced settings. Is this where it is? Sorry, I'm trying to search for where I can find my audio settings. Adjust audio mix, chat audio, go to party screen. You guys aren't seeing what I'm saying, but party audio settings. Adjust microphone level. Hello, testing. Alright. I lowered my input volume just a little bit. So this boss is technically the last boss to be added in the game, outside of the Boss Rush DLC. The Hive Knight. In the base game, the Hive Knight did not exist. He was added in the Lifeblood DLC. Otherwise, you got to this area, and you could just go beyond this, like, this arena still existed, this big room. It just didn't have the boss fight in it. We killed it already? Okay, that was anticlimactic, considering how often I've fought him in the boss rush mode. And now we have the Hive Blood. Hive Blood's a very useful item for platforming. Or just, in general. My knight, at last you are freed. Small thing, I know your kind. If you attempt to resolve your past, then know I am not the queen you seek. It is the pale beings that bear blame for your nature. Though this hive exists within Hallownest, we play no part in its attempt at perpetuation. To rail against nature's folly, all things must accept an end. Bye. So I think we got everything we needed from the hive. Now all we gotta do is exit. So now I can't exit that way. Eventually you would need to return to the hive for one collectible, but it's not something we could tackle right now, and I don't think I'll be showing it. Eventually, in the Grim Troop quest line, eventually one of the flames you'll need will be inside the hive. But at that point in the game, that's when the Grim Troop enemies start being pretty dangerous, I think. And it wouldn't be something I'd risk. I'd risk fighting the actual Grim, the actual end of the quest line, because that, oh, excuse me, since I can do that without any other issue. Is this supposed to be an alternate entrance? I believe so, yeah. There's a lot of ways into the hive. Hey, it's the... There is a grub here. Be free, little friend. Welcome to the Kingdom's Edge. And... come on. I genuinely don't remember if the double jump is actually required for this place. Isn't this a cozy hole? I've been venturing about that wilderness beside here and thought a moment's break was well cared for. The landscape's all rather serene this side of the city, though the inhabitants are as ferocious as ever. Judging by this wall, the city's folk seemed hesitant to build further into these caverns. I wonder what kept them at bay. Oh. Oh yeah, we... Huh. We were more thorough than I expected. Oops. those enemies are chunky, but not a menace. What is a menace is enemies you find in here. And if all things go well, I'll find one of the best items in the game. Here's a Primal Aspid, the worst enemy in the game. Primal Aspids are aspids, but they shoot in 3 directions. That alone is enough to be very annoying. Ugh. Hello. There is a pattern to the enemy to make it easy to deal with. But my mood to figure it out ain't there. Primal Aspids. This one's the easiest to deal with. It can get stuck. Yeah. There we go. Easy. We want to rest here. And I believe there's that. There's that. I hope this is the path to the thing I want. It's liable that it's not. And I know there's a secret kind of in here as well. It's a bit of a hard secret to find, but it is in this side of the map. Is this it? So we're in the... Yep, this is the largest geo deposit in the game. Heh 420, the funny number. This is one of my favorite areas to just discover. I don't think, unfortunately, I discovered this on my own, which makes me sad, because this is such a cool place to kind of... Like, I can imagine what it must feel like to find it on your own, and that feeling sounds nice. Well, remember, kiddos, don't go cave diving, like, in general. Oh, it's technically a one big room in terms of loading. Didn't even realize. Hi. Yeah, Geo really flew. Whoa! Not sure how I get up there. Hello, big friend. Goodbye, big friend. Hey, it's the other side of the beehive. And oh, we do have my favorite charm in the game for the funny boss, the quick slash. And it was found with this big scary bug. Pure. So the quick slash enables, as the name implies, faster slashing, which in general improves your DPS. We are now at a point where if I wanted to, I could probably do the failed champion now. Not that I think it's worth it. So we have a big chunk of charms, huh? I mean, I don't have enough notches. Do I have enough yeah, I'll be fine. Hmm? How did you find me? Down here where the world ends. Yes, I know why you're here. You came to learn a nail art from the legendary nail master Oro. It is the law of the great nail sage that I must pass down my teachings to those who are worthy. But no law forbids me from exacting payment for my time. If you truly wish to train under me, prove it with Geo. Mastered the dash slash. The dash slash is neat. It does not do more damage than the regular big slash. I must say, you are an excellent pupil. Your skill with the nail and your thirst to become stronger, you remind me of my brothers. But I have taught you all I can. Go back into the world, traveler, and leave me to my solitude. Don't you have the weird secret behind your house? I know there is a boss somewhere in this area, like in general, but I never can remember where they are without the guide. Yeah, I'm a gamer. How can you tell? Yeah, once you get the gimmick of those enemies, they're easy. Sorry if that sounds rude to anyone in general, I guess. Could have said something mean, but I'm not a mean person, not really. If you struggle, it's understandable. Any game is a learning process. What's easy to me is different now because, you know, I know the game quite well. Hi, Lisa Anderson, hi. I'm doing good. Progressing quite nicely in Hollow Knight. On my way to do a boss fight, one of my favorites in terms of presentation. We're in a place where this may seem like weird snow. Are you new on am I new on Twitch? Semi-new. I'm a little new to streaming. My goal isn't really to like gain a big following. I'm just kind of streaming mostly for the fun of it, not really the attention. Going through Hollow Knight in Steel Soul mode. Steel Soul mode is... it's a hard mode in the sense that if you die, you are forced to delete your save file. And even though I'm quite good at the game, I have not yet completed a run of Steel Soul mode. But I am getting quite close, as I am in the last, I want to say quarter. I'm in the end game, basically. This is my favorite game of all time. One time a friend bought it for me on the Switch because I was just like, oh man, it'd be nice to replay the game, but like on the go. He was annoyed by me talking about it too much. No, I don't want to grow my audience quickly. I just said I don't care for an audience. Well, I care if there's like 1 or 2 people, but I mostly stream for any friends who happen to stop by if they have time. I hope I didn't come off as rude with the way I said that. Another Wanderer's Journal. Do you have dream mail dialogue? This ash. Trapped. And let's see. So we're right next to the boss fight in question. I will unequip my fragile heart. Oh, that sounds nice. I wish you luck in finding clientele. I do art as well. You can follow me on Twitter. I think I have it linked on my Twitch. I'm gonna take a moment to check my phone. Alright. So I have both Quick Slash and Fragile Strength equipped, so I have more or less maximum DPS in the game. Hello, Hornet. Last time we encountered that character, she told us to find her in the Graven Ash if we wanted to find a way to save the kingdom. So you'd pursue the deeper truth. It isn't one the weak could bear. Prove yourself ready to face it. I'll not hold back. My needle is lethal, and I'd feel no sadness in a weakling's demise. Show me you can accept this kingdom's past and claim responsibility for its future. Ugh. I should have practiced this boss fight. Ugh. Too late to react there. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, this is bad. Oh, thank you for the opening. Oh. And we got our victory. So strong. You could do it, if you had the will. But could you raise your nail once knowing this tragic conception and knowing yourself? Then do it, Ghost of Hallownest. Head onward. Burn that mark upon your shell and claim yourself as king. Cast off shell. Marked by King's Brand. Hallownest shall recognize a new ruler. The kingdom's gates will open. Thank you, Hornet. So now for real, we're in the end game. Because I only have really 2 objectives left. So this time, of course, the compass. Do I want to be funny and keep being overpowered? Maybe. I can carry spiders with me, I can carry a shield with me. I'll go for a little bit of speed build. What else can I carry? I guess Spell Twister is always handy. Ooh, we're definitely going faster. Ugh. Primal aspids. Truly the worst. Oh, and they take 3 hits without my strength. Ugh. Oh well. They're not lethal by any chance. They could be worse. They could deal 2 damage instead of 1. Which is something a worse dev might do. Fortunately, Team Cherry is sensible. Just a butt. Is he past here? Oh, we got our extra HP. Oh, excuse me.
Orm, tiny thing, you climb high. Seek the knowledge of these lands. This ashen place is a grave of worm. Once told, it came to die. But what is death for that ancient being? More transformation, methinks. This failed kingdom is product of being spawned from that event. Is it you bothering about my tale? Rest is somewhat disturbed, but I find that sensation not unpleasant. Om. Om. Tiny thing. Oh, the mark of worm you bear. Is it change you seek? Or to save this ruin? That choice is yours. Always the smallest creatures that attempts the largest things. This falling ashes molt. The worm's corpse decaying. Endless. Serene. Sad. With its light gone, the world is smaller. Don't mistake, I am not a worm. Too small, I am. Too many limbs. No foresight like those old things. For quiet retreat did I climb up here, away from spitting creatures. Yes, high up, away from simple minds, lost to light. Theirs is a different kind of unity, rejection of the worm's attempt at order. I resist the light's allure, union it may offer, but also a mind bereft of thought. To instinct alone, a bug is reduced. Be on your way then. It's rest I'll return to, though in these times, sleep oft proves uneasy. One prefers its mind not to be pried. It is rather unsettling, rather invasive.
Oh. Is that what the Om is supposed to be like? Oh. I believe we just missed a door. No, you're just a random light, I guess. Oh, you have falling bodies. Hope the background noise I have right now, way in the distance, isn't being annoying. Oh boy. Where is the thing I want to do? Or at least show that it exists. Ah, I just stood there. That's funny. Checking my phone once again. No notifications. Oof. Oh. Oh, come on. Aha! Another warrior finds a way to our fair Colosseum. Ours is the final destination for all seeking trials of intense and deadly combat. All one has to do is place their mark upon the trial board of choice, and lo, the arena's gates will open. There's a small fee attached to each trial, but I'm sure as skilled a combatant as yourself will have accrued a wealth of geo. Now, before you draw your nail and rush eagerly to battle, I'll offer one quick word of advice. There's a warrior's pit just below here, where others like yourself await their own trials. I'd strongly advise using it to rest up before placing your mark. Oh, and have no doubt, I'm a fearsome warrior myself. Don't go judging by my size, or my current, constraint. The Colosseum beckons us both. I'll be back in battle soon. Make a contribution, and you can enter the Trial of the Warrior. Very well then, a new trial is open to you. I hope your performance is spectacular. If you die, your shade will be here, but of course we can't die, so...
What do you want, Cur? Have you come to laugh at me as well? Fools, did you never consider that being trapped in this cage was precisely what I intended? Yes, by all means, release me into the arena. I am Zoth the Mighty, and as soon as I draw my nail, Life Ender, your laughter will turn into terror. Leave me be, lone one. I must rest before my great battle. Pray we do not meet in the arena. How miserable to be stuck here instead of continuing my quest. I came to this kingdom to fulfill a promise, and that is what I will do.
Pale One, you found a tomb. This perfect place. I'll soon be entering the battle, just taking a moment to rest first. Though few could truly challenge me, I'm hoping this arena presents the sort of brutal challenge I'm after. You think this shallow defensive arm? Well, I'll give you a fair warning. It conceals a deadly surprise. Pray you never find out what that is. I'll crush them all. Oh, and you'll see me at my deadly best. A perfect challenge. I can already taste my victory. Trial of the Warrior. Fight for Geo and a time notch. Place a mark and begin the trial. Sure, why not?
The Colosseum of Fools.
I'm only gonna do... I didn't change my charms. Oh well. I'll survive. Take a moment to heal. So far, so good. Bye. Oh, and now there's two of you. There's two of them. You can, knock back their thingies. Ah, primal aspids. Of course it has to be primal aspids. Only two of them, though. Shouldn't be that bad. Take this minute to heal. Easy. Can't die here. So you take 4 hits. Bonk, 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 bonk. Bonk, 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 bonk. Bonk, 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 bonk. Two of them. And quite easy to cheese. Who's next? You already, huh? You literally can't do anything, bro. Fear not, Kerr. Death will be swift. Go on, Kerr. Scurry away, lest I humiliate you further. And now we have a charm notch. Very handy indeed. And if we do the next challenge, you can get a pale ore. I'd say it's probably the hardest one to obtain in the game. But I don't want to go through that trouble. Also, Tiso died. If he's not here already. Yeah. Tiso's fate is quite unfortunate, but also kind of funny. There's another fight we can do, but I don't really need to. So, where shall we go? We shall go to the City of Tears. Where to next? Oh, I know where to next. Easy. So I didn't show it the last time we were in the ancient basin, but there is a door that we couldn't do anything with down below.
Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Our pure vessel has ascended. Beyond lies only the refuse and regret of its creation. We shall enter that place no longer.
Welcome to the Abyss. And it's not hyperbole, it is literally an abyss. Just a bunch of dead bugs. But before we do anything else in the abyss, first things first, we go over here. And our howling wraiths have now become the Abyss Shriek. And I think that's the most powerful spell in the game in terms of raw damage numbers. But of course, that's assuming you land the hit. I believe these little ghosts deal 2 mask of damage. They're quite nasty and plentiful. Fortunately, in terms of attack patterns. They're basically venge flies.
Turn it off. Cannot. My king, I'm sorry. The sea calls.
And now we turned on a lighthouse. If we tried to cross here earlier, there'd be gigantic void tendrils blocking our path. And I believe there is a secret. Can I go in here safely? Yes, I can. It's just water. I know there's a secret in this general vicinity to obtain. Is it up here? It is. Can't do anything there yet, of course. We have now absorbed the Shade Cloak. Can't dream nail that thing, whatever that is. Oh, and immediately fail. So the Shade Cloak is, it gives you full invincibility during your dodge. And the shadow barriers can now be bypassed. So in terms of what is accessible right now for the game, we can access everything that there is to offer. An imprint of the Abyss given form. That gives us the journal entry for the Abyss tendrils themselves. And now starts the long climb. Ghost, I see you face the place of your birth, then now drape yourself in the substance of its shadow. Though our strength is born of a similar source, that part of you, that crucial emptiness, I do not share. Funny, then, that such darkness gives me hope. Within it I see the chance of change. A difficult journey you would face, but a choice it can create. Prolong our world's stasis, or face the heart of its infection. I'd urge you to take that harder path, but what end may come, the decision rests with you. If face the void, and ascends unscathed, could it unite such vast darkness? Oh. The abyss is quite massive. And we're not done there, unfortunately. We are going... Where are we going? Okay, yeah. Now I remember. So I do want to change... Well, you know what, not yet. I could... I guess I'll equip the sports room. No, excuse me. The bank lady is gone. She stole all our money that we clearly don't need. So there are many ways to enter the Fog Canyon now that we have everything. I believe... Oh. Ho ho, as odd as much of Hallownest can be, there's a whole new level of strangeness about these caves. Do you see that dark gate below? It's quite unsettling to be near. I did my best to avoid it. Fortunately for me, I found another route in. I did end up a little singed after wading through some acid. There's a large building just below here, out in the middle of a lake, and a marvel to observe. I tried to head in, but it's become a nest for those slimy, see-through creatures. Oh, they're just so gross. They give a nasty shock to touch. So I believe... Yeah, you can enter from the Forgotten Crossroads. Part of me wants to skip travel back to show those points. Drained. Oh. don't like that. Oh, that could have ended very badly. I'm glad it didn't. And we're here for a charm notch. Well, we got the most dangerous thing in the game obtained, so... So yeah, that's the alternate way to get into the Fog Canyon. Hello, friend. And might as well get it. And now I can show yep, there's a shortcut all around. In general, I always wait until I get the Shade Cloak before coming in here. Doesn't this kingdom just abound with surprises? The building atop an acid lake. Despite the sight, I can't help but feel familiarity. Something stirs in my mind, though I can't yet tell what. I thought it my lust for discovery that led me here, but now there seems nothing else. This building beckons me. I can feel it calling. Dare I head in? Who are you that leads me to this place? We are at the Teacher's Archives. There's a bench for us here. I'll unequip the Spore Shroom, and what do I want? What's useful for the fight to come? Nothing's really useful for the fight to come, actually. No, not heavy blow. Quick slash. And then... grub song just for the sake of having space filled. See, there's a second person who's joined. Hello to whoever joined. I beat Hornet not too long ago. As you see, we now have the Shade Cloak. You've heard of Uwu? Get ready for Umu. The boss we can't do anything to. Oh, my viewer left. I guess I scared him away with the Umu. That's on me. Hello, Coral. So, this is my least favorite boss in terms of the mechanic is just waiting. Do not despair. Can't even damage you. Come on, Coral. Oh, come on. I prefer this in Godmaster so much. In the boss rush mode, because of course they're not just going to insert Coral. This boss fight changes significantly. Because in Godmaster, you don't have Coral to make it vulnerable. Instead, the jellyfish spawn from the bottom, the explodey kind, and you're supposed to hit the boss with them. And I find that way more fun. Ah, finally. Before we go, there's really nothing but lore here, but for completion, you have the charged Lumaflies, and that's how you get their journal entry from other enemies. Oh wait, there isn't lore here. Of absence, their abundant shell, outer or inner place of absence, their void liquid substance, or weave absence inner or shell, out of their made appear. Cut, void, vessel, absence, all outer contain. Yeah, remember, the lore here is all more or less just nonsense. There is stuff to decipher. Most of it is just void scary. Something glows within the tank. Did she call you too then? I realize it's no coincidence we arrived together. Though much of my memory is blank, this place I recall. Within these chambers, the teacher sought to store the kingdom's knowledge, and at its core, she stored herself. To save Hallownest, the teacher willingly became a seal, but upon herself she enacted an additional protection. Though I cannot recall its happening, I played a part in that fate. She called me here, now, to reverse that protection, all in aid of you. Do not hesitate. The choice to reform was hers, not mine. She knows you would do, she knows what you would do, and seems to welcome it. To think such a small creature would bear this kingdom's fate. For diversity, a seal. A world forever unchanging. The seals must break. Forever. Forever. One step closer to the end. The madam's life is extinguished, and with it, her seal breaks. It's a heavy thing you attempt, but I've seen your prowess up close, and she too believed you capable. Be on your journey then, and allow me rest a time. With the deed complete, I begin to feel my age. The madam's life is extinguished, and with it her seal breaks. Oh, you're repeating dialogue. I do like this boss arena though, even if I don't like the boss itself that much. So we have one more objective left to go. Feels weird. After a long time struggling to clear Steel Soul mode, I'm pretty close to the end. I'm decked out. Really, I only have 2 more obstacles in my way. Hello, Stag. We're going to the King's Station today. Where are you? Here we are. I can navigate from here to where we want to go. It's not that complicated. We could share some secrets on the way, though. So there's a shortcut with the Eternal Emelita. And you're easy to kill now that I have a lot. Here's the most obscure secret, in my opinion.
My light is the only true light. Follow me. Glorious, glorious, yes. You're beautiful, I'm beautiful.
And there's only one of him in the whole game. And he drops a bunch of money. Almost as much as the massive geo deposit. Door with a simple lock. That's the other lock. I know where the last key is. I don't want to go get it. Plus there's no really like any... Also, I don't think that's even the only I can't speak. Plus that's not even like the only accessible way to get there. Also, you can break that glass if you really wanted to. Not that you need to. Anyway, you need the double jump to get up here. We should go to this bench. I would love to chill in a room like that. It seems soothing. Now we can, now that that door is open, we can come in through here. You die in 2 hits now. Amazing. Now if you're someone following along, you basically cleared that room. Easy. And if we go over here, this long hallway is now open. Is there anything else over here? I vaguely remember some weird secret. Or I'm thinking of a room above. I technically don't think I need it, but I'm gonna go detour for that grub. So here's a little secret to make this boss fight a lot easier for people in general. That chandelier has now crushed one of these bodies. Oh yeah, this is no problem. I don't really have a comment on just what happened, but it feels refreshing to end that so quickly. A bunch of geo for us, not that we really need it. A Hallownest seal. Lots of portraits of aristocrats. And falling back down a hole. Master, too tired. Sorry, just had to respond to something IRL for a moment. Just checking my phone real quick, and you know what? I'm gonna do something bold. I'm gonna do an @everyone in my Discord server. Sorry about that. You can see the city from above. And we do have an enemy here, who has special Dreamnail dialogue. Master, light calls. I will watch over you. I will watch over you. Master, so long. A sleeping figure lays atop the stone plinth. Hi, Xiphos. For King beloved, to sleep, to serve, bonds must remain. 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 Oh, I can hear. I'm gonna close my door. That's quite a bit of background noise coming from the distance. Doesn't get picked up. So we just got our last dreamer. And it's starting to rain outside. Feels almost poetic. I'm not sure poetic would be the best word, but that's what it feels like. I've had this game for quite a long time. It feels curious to finally finish Steel Soul mode. It's, oh man, it's coming down hard, the rain. Oh man, I hope this doesn't ruin. Well, probably won't do anything. So we had a family friend who does a lot of physical work come by and do stuff involving cement. But I don't think he actually started any cement work yet. And I go, oh boy. Because the thing about cement is that water makes more than necessary water makes the cement itself, makes the concrete as a result a lot more weak. And when I say a lot more, oh man, I could go into depth, but basically when it comes to making the ideal concrete in terms of strength, there is a ratio of water you want relative to the aggregates and the what's it called? Relative to the aggregates and the cement itself. It's all kind of by weight proportion and such. And too much water will weaken the cement by a very significant degree. And I mean by like triple-digit magnitudes of PSI, at least, in difference in strength. Anyway, I think... what do I want to do? Rise and shine, beasties? I'm assuming you mean besties or something. Hi, I'm, instead of skip traveling all the way to the beginning of the game, I'm gonna... you know, I want to kind of reflect on this game. When it first came out, it was around the time I was still in high school. I did have my friends, and I didn't really PC game back then. And I did have different hyper focuses throughout time. But this was one of my, like, first big ones. I didn't really discover the game through, like, I don't think I used Twitter at that time period yet. What I did use was Google Plus, but no one really spoke of games on Google Plus that much. Well, not yet, at least in the way I saw. And what made me discover the game wasn't any social media people talking about it. I discovered the game through YouTube, where I'm someone who likes to watch boss rush videos and such, and I saw a video of Hollow Knight bosses. And in a way, that does mean I did spoil a significant portion of the game for myself. But, well, the thing about an all bosses video is that context is king. And here I had no real context for what was going on in this game, but I did want to find out. So eventually I did buy the game, or well really my parents bought the game for me on PC, and I just had a really wonderful time. I don't even remember... Oh yeah, I did have a controller. A friend had gifted me a controller back then. That controller's broken now. But I did enjoy the game, and I knew something just clicked with me with that game. I'm not even really much of a Metroidvania player. The only other Metroidvania I played was Super Metroid, and when I beat it, I was left with a weird feeling of what makes this so special. I mean, I beat it, I had fun, but I don't know, I felt like I was missing something of the appeal. But then I played this game, and I don't know. I don't think I can find the right words to describe what about this game makes me so happy. Anyway, we're gonna purchase Buyout Salubra's shop. All that's left is her blessing, which I don't like her blessing. It's useful in theory, but it makes resting at benches a bit more annoying. So, Hollow Knight is, as I said, it's my favorite game of all time. There's a lot to appreciate. I like the scenery, I like the music. The combat is something that's stuck with me since forever. Anyway, took the long trek around so we can come see Quirrell again. Again we meet, my short friend. Here at last I feel at peace. Twice I've seen this world, and through my service may have stripped the first experience from me. I'm thankful I could witness its beauty again. Hallownest is a vast and wondrous thing, but with as many wonders as it holds, I've seen none quite so intriguing as you. My flattery returns only silent stoicism. I like that. I like that very much. Incredible. This is probably my favorite moment in the game. To live an age, yet remember so little. Perhaps I should be thankful. All tragedy erased, I see only wonders. If you leave the resting grounds and come back, Quirrell is sadly gone, and all that remains is his sword. What else happens to him is unclear, kind of left to interpretation. But I am really happy that I've managed to get this far. And all streaming, no less. I kind of streamed on a whim. People weren't here for every stream. Some streams were quite quiet. Literally one was quiet. I was miffed for a while, but I'm chill about it now. I'm not mad. And I do say that unironically. And now we're about to reach the end of the game. I haven't shown everything there is to see. There is one major area west of the Fog Canyon. But I'll leave those for a future stream. For now, I want to head back to Dirtmouth, talk to NPCs one last time. Oh! I'll get to show a boss one last time. 2 bosses, in fact. So, just to, I guess, stall for a little bit, I will do 2 things of bonus content for y'all. Show off a little bit of skill. So I want the Fragile Strength, Spell Twister, Quick Slash most importantly, and I guess I'll take the Grub Song. Also, I hope the stream title made people laugh and also understand where it's coming from. So last stream I attempted this boss with no real upgrades, but now I have the Quick Slash and the Fragile Strength. So, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do us a super boss. Well, I'm not sure if I would constitute it a super boss, but it's definitely close to one. There we go. Do. Don't mind me just exploiting something. There we go. Already have full soul. I'll just face tank. Really? I'm gonna heal because exiting this fight doesn't heal you in the real world, which bothers me immensely. This great shell belongs to me. I'm the strongest now. I'm braver than all of you.
I wanted it. The strength to protect the others. When I saw that knight sleeping, safe in his big armored shell, it wasn't madness that drove me to it. I just wanted it. But in the end, if strength can't save you, then what can?
There's a lot more dream bosses we haven't done. We've done a large chunk of them. And the path leftward isn't available to us for some reason. Unfortunately, the skip travel point's right here. What are my charms? Do I want to take these to... Yeah, I will. Let's go to Dirtmouth. So because we saved Zote in every space of the game, he's out here now. And Bretta's crush, unfortunately, changes to be about him. And it makes me sad because she made really cute plushies of the knight. The Grey Prince, heaving heavy breaths, flush from the exertion of battle, the figure emerged from the well. Triumph was his, and trophy he bore to prove it, the fearsome skull of his vanquished opponent. Startling warning he brought to the village, one that wrong so true. Their white savior, fought a hero by the bugs, was a vicious beast, and this shrouded Grey Prince was in truth the hero deserved. With honor and humility he recounted his quest below, his epic journey of one purpose, to find her, to protect her, his grey maiden, his partner in darkness. Grey Prince, so dark, so troubled.
But that's not the only danger I had to overcome in my quest for glory. You've noticed this trophy, haven't you? The keepsake from my final triumphant battle deep in the pit below us. Yes, Lifebender claimed another victim, and the crowd erupted into ecstatic cheering. Cheering that was both loud and utterly sincere. To what do I owe my long string of triumphs and victories, you ask? As I said earlier, the key is in my personal philosophy, the 57 precepts of Zote. Particularly relevant here is the first precept, always win your battles. As for the other 56 precepts, well, you can't sit here and listen to all other 56. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna... But we have this dream to deal with. What charm setup did I get? Oh, I'll be fine. So because this is another Dream World fight, I'm safe to die. Terrifying, beautiful, powerful, Grey Prince Zote. This is one of my favorite boss fights in the game, but also his attack pattern is very erratic. Man, if this is how Bretta is seeing him, I fear to see what Zote's own version of himself in his dream is like. So, you might see that his nail, Lifebender, the reason it doesn't damage you when you fight him in the Colosseums is because his sword's made of wood. He is such a pathetic man. And I am getting... Oh. You know what? That was on me. I let myself get swarmed and too distracted. Unfortunately, you do have to fall down the pit. Oddly, the spin slash lets you descend faster. So there is a quest line to this. You have to fight him 3 more times, and each time he deals more damage. I'm not doing this. But for fighting him just one time, Bretta's already being disillusioned. Oh. I dreamed of Bretta though. Grey Prince, your words, are they repeating? This flower you gave me,
When dark thoughts creep into my head, I gaze at it and I think of you. Why not rest at the bench here for a while? We can enjoy the flower together before you head off again. So, Fragile Strength, Quick Slash, and Grub Song. What's the last charm I want to equip? Defender's Crest would be funny, but... You know what? Thorns of Agony. So, everything I wanted to do before the final battle was done. I'm decked out. I'm likely to survive. I could show one last secret, but... I could visit the grubs. Don't need to. We're here at the Black Egg Temple. We're the Temple of the Black Egg. Vessel, though bound, you shall know the state of the world. Hallownest will be whole again. Completion percentage viewable in inventory. Alright, guys. Let's see how much I did. 88%. I did way more completion than I expected to. This is it. It's time for the end. The Hollow Knight. So this is, in a way, a mirror match. He has generally a lot of the same abilities we do. He has his dash, he can ground pound. He even has his own form of projectiles. He can hold up his sword for a parry if you strike him while he has his sword out. He'll counterattack. Oh boy. Oh boy. I need to heal. Oh, it's starting. Can we dream helmet name him? That dream nail him? What? That first phase lasted very short. barely swing his sword. The game by Team Cherry. So I finally did it. This is my first time clearing the game in Steel Soul mode. Deathless. The furthest I've gotten before is up to the Watcher Knights getting the last mask. I've had many a cheap deaths. Deaths that leave me quite frustrated and disappointed because they're usually late game. But I'm very happy that I managed to finally clear this. I've owned this game since the year it launched, and this is the first time I've managed to do this challenge. I'm not sure if I'll do... Well, I'll probably do it on a whim. I'll likely attempt at a later date to get the better ending. But yeah, that was Hollow Knight. That was one of the various endings. An indie game with an interesting history. You thought I was going to fight a different boss? What do you mean? Do you mean I was going to fight, like, the final boss? Because this game does have a different ending, and if you don't do the conditions, you just fight the Hollow Knight himself, without anything else. Getting that other ending is quite the adventure. Hornet herself warned us that there are two ways to end this game. We can either keep the kingdom in its we can keep the kingdom in its stasis and hold back the infection, or we can just go to the source. And you know what? I think next time I stream, probably next week. Next time I stream, I will attempt to end the infection once and for all, rather than contain it. 2,158 backers in Kickstarter. That's quite a lot of people who put their money into this game, and quite the wait. Congratulations. You played skillfully and proved you have a steel soul. Thank you for taking the time to explore and conquer the world we built. We'll meet again soon with a new challenge for you. Well, who knows how soon? Hopefully within the year. 12 hours, a minute, and 53 seconds. I'm no speedrunner, but that's, compared to a first playthrough, that's pretty soon. So, oh, we got a title screen change for beating on Steel Soul mode. So, thank you everyone who stopped by and viewed, anyone who checks out VODs. I'll upload the VOD later today, probably. I'm very glad I got to do this game. I'd show my trophies, but the game itself doesn't really load them right. I'll show some extra bonuses. This was added once the game was brought to PS4 and Xbox. where to differentiate it from the Switch version, it was called Void Heart. Of course, we have the original title screen for the game. Quite pretty. For the first DLC, Hidden Dreams, all these Dreamcatcher designs from the Dreams motif. Second DLC, The Grim Troop. By the time I bought the game, The Grim Troop hadn't come out yet. I was only at Hidden Dreams. Then there's Lifeblood, the Pretty Blue. Godmaster, the Lifeblood update was just a bunch of sound. It was a balance update. It added the Hive Knight, and that's really it. Godmaster added the boss rush mode. Infected is obtained once you beat the game and get the Hollow Knight ending. Void is when you get the best ending, and then we have Steel Soul. So, oh, and of course, him. The Eternal Ordeal, done in Godhome, or the Godmaster DLC. It's a rush of Zotlings. I showed it previous stream. If you kill 57 Soats, you know, like his 57 precepts, you unlock this. It's something. Anyway, I have a friend streaming right now, and I believe I can raid. So, let me check. Is this friend raiding? Because I do want to send you guys to... Yeah, give me a moment. I'll raid my friend. Stream manager. Alright, thank you for watching, and I'm sending you to Dead End Dragon, who is currently playing Super Paper Mario. He's a fun guy.